Hello there, traders. Hello there. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to Paul's Monday Market Update, number 224 for the Monday, the 11th of May, 2026. I hope you're all well. Hope you've had a good weekend. Hope you are ready for another interesting and eventful week in markets. As always, that has been the story of 2026. Just a quick bit of housekeeping. This will be the last one for a couple of weeks. Okay, we'll be taking a 2-week break. I'm away and traveling, and we'll be back on Monday, 1st of June. For those of you joining us for the first time, the Monday market update is just that. It is me flying through as much as I can share with you in the next 30 odd minutes as we take a look at strength and weakness within the FX and indices and commodities markets, look at a few charts of interest, and then take a look at the live markets. It is not a signal service. It is not trade recommendations. It is just me sharing what I'm looking at, which may be of interest to you, and you might want to add it to your own watch list. As always, you are always very welcome here, but just remember that you are always responsible for your own trading decisions. And for those of you who need a little bit more discipline, accountability, and consistency and structure in your trading, you can join the VTP Trader Accountability Group. The tag is all about helping you build that discipline, accountability, and consistency. You can ping me on my mail, or you can use that QR code, or use the Bitly code if you want a few more details. Okay, next, let's have a look at Ondas. Okay, Ondas are one of the many companies that have got their earnings report this week. Okay, so they're kind of the big boys. Most of the big boys have been, but there's still a full kind of full earnings report listings for this week. And on Thursday morning we have Ondas. Who are Ondas? I have touched on them a few times because they kind of trade as a bit of a, you might say, speculative small cap AI, drone, and defense technology play. So there you go. They've gone for the trifecta of bingo words: AI, drones, defense technology. Okay, all of them very exciting at the moment. And so. So long as there is interest in autonomous systems and military drone capability, as long as that remains elevated, because of ongoing political tensions, there will be support here. And of course, like any small cap, okay, you're always looking at the kind of liquidity conditions, all right? They're always a little bit brittle, and it also basically is, it's kind of easily swayed by sentiment. As in swings in sentiment can really create a fair bit of volatility. So Ondas, all right, we'll have to wait and see what their earnings are like on Thursday, but it is a bit of a momentum-sensitive name, all right, and so you want to be keeping an eye on this. I see this personally, I see this as that we have spent, okay, coiling up and pivoting around $10. All right, we flew to $15, but have come back, and then really, if you look at that, we've just spent pretty much the last 2 months, all right, since the start of February, just I would see that as pivoting around, okay, pivoting around that kind of $10. What you might be saying, well, actually, Paul, is this starting to coil up a little bit, even, that we're getting ready for a catalyst. Now, perhaps the situation in the Persian Gulf is the catalyst either to the upside if we go back to war on risk off, or it's to the downside if we go into sort of kind of war off risk on. So I would be watching that this week to see A, what the earnings are, but B, also how much the sentiment swings it about what kind of volatility does that bring to the party.